It's another Ghost Toast upload, and today we're talking about the recent drama and controversy that has been going on with the YouTuber Iilluminaughtii. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to hit that bell to stay notified whenever I drop a new one. It really helps me out. Alright, so a bit longer of a video today, but that's because we got a lot to cover, so just stay with me here, okay? First off, I just wanted to get out of the way that I'm not really like an Iilluminaughtii fan, nor do I watch many of the commentary YouTubers who have been criticizing her. So my goal with this video is to provide like an unbiased perspective to this whole situation coming from someone who is like not really involved with anything that's going on. And so yeah, this kind of like unbiased perspective is something that I haven't really seen in like all the videos covering this controversy so far, so I just kind of wanted to put that out there. Like, I'm not for Iilluminaughtii, I'm not against her, I'm just here to provide commentary on the situation as I see it. Okay, so again, with not really watching Iilluminauttii's content, I had to do a substantial amount of research to sort of catch up with everything that's going on here with this situation. So yeah, apologies in advance if I seem to have missed anything, and I can't really believe that, yeah, I had to do like a lot of research. Like I was researching like for a paper in college or something, dude. Yeah, for about like a YouTuber controversy thing. So anyways, yeah, aside from that, I'll give a quick recap of everything that's happened so far and then provide my thoughts on the whole situation after that little recap. I'll also leave links to a couple of videos that covered this topic really well and where I got a lot of my information from. So definitely check those videos out if you got the time. Okay, so all this drama started over an email that Iilluminaughtii, or Blair as her real name is, got sent by an editor. She got sent an email by this editor from the YouTube channel Legal Eagle. Basically, the editor asked about an effect that Iilluminaughtii used in one of their videos and wanted to know if there was like a plugin for it or like how they made the effect. He was completely fine figuring it out for himself, but he was a fan of Blair's content and wanted to see if there was like an easier way to achieve the effect that he wanted to have in his video. So Blair initially ignored him, but soon got triggered that a new Legal Eagle video used a similar effect to the one that the editor was asking about. So she way overreacted to the whole thing, publicly ridiculed this like random editor, essentially accusing him of like plagiarism and stealing like the effect from like one of her videos. Now, this overreaction got hit with quite a lot of backlash, many people pointing out that the effect was common in the type of like mini documentary or like detailed commentary genre that Blair and Legal Eagle's content like both fall under, and basically that like Iilluminaughtii like doesn't own the effect that the editor was trying to replicate. Like, if the dude recreated it on his own, she should have like no issue with it, like honestly. So anyways, Legal Eagle came out and pointed out how, one, their channel had used that same like raised text and like highlight effect before Iilluminaughtii's channel did, and that two, the editor that asked her for the help with the effect was asking for a personal project and not for a Legal Eagle video, and that like an entirely different editor actually made that effect from scratch or from like however he made it. So yeah, like that editor who asked her about that, he wasn't even working on like that effect that she accused the Legal Eagle channel of stealing from like her channel. So around the same time, the YouTuber H-Bomb publicly pointed out how what Blair was complaining about wasn't even really plagiarism, and how she had in fact plagiarized in one of her previous videos. And I'll play the video that he tweeted really quick. It's like just like a pretty clear example of like plagiarism, but yeah, let me go ahead and play that really quick.
Professor Hugh Freudenberg.
Professor Freudenberg has long been controversial.
A man named Hugh Freudenberg, a former immunologist who has been long controversial.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit involving the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to stop injecting his autistic child patients with blood products.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit with the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to stop injecting his autistic patients with blood products.
Then in 1995, he was suspended from practicing medicine and made to pay a $10,000 fine for his misuse and misprescribing of controlled drugs.
Then in 1995, he was suspended from practicing medicine and made to pay a $10,000 fine for his misuse of prescribing controlled drugs.
Now, when Blair realized that she had messed up and like no one was really siding with her and everyone was kind of like against her on this, she made a public apology to Legal Eagle and ended up actually making like a 42-minute video detailing her side of the situation, apologizing a little bit, right? But then mostly defending herself against the plagiarism claims made by H-Bomb and others, and not really owning up to the fact that she did in fact plagiarize. Now, that would have been completely fine if she hadn't really plagiarized and like had a leg to stand on, but as soon as this video dropped, her defense of how she cited the documentary got ripped to shreds, with people quick to point out that she referenced the lawsuit that the documentary was referencing, but not the documentary itself. So yeah, her using like direct lines from like that guy's documentary, basically pointing out that Blair, no, you did actually like plagiarize from this documentary, people calling her out on it, and things continued to go downhill from here. A former editor for Blair detailed his work experience with her, and among the things that he revealed about like working with Blair were the fact that he legit got paid like only $20 to edit a video one time. He was living off of like $50,000 salary, where he had to pay Blair back for the house and like car he had and like other possessions that he owned. They were all like belonging to Blair, and he had to like pay it back by like working for her. And then Blair fired him practically with no explanation at 3 a.m. in the morning so that he couldn't contest it at all, and then seized all of his property and left him homeless and without a job, and basically just treated him like horribly while he was working for her. And this reveal sparked even further public backlash as more and more people started to come out with their poor experiences working with Blair or like knowing her. And all of this drama culminated in the Iilluminaughtii channel losing tens of thousands of subscribers every single day, and basically cost Iilluminaughtii like well over 100,000 subscribers, on top of ruining her public perception. So that's pretty much the whole drama in a nutshell. Now that I've quickly recapped the situation up until this point, what are my thoughts on everything so far? So from my unbiased position, right, like I'm not a fan of Iilluminaughtii, and I'm not a fan of the people criticizing her. I'm indifferent to this, right? It seems like Iilluminaughtii was in the wrong here from just everything that I've seen. Like, it really seems like she kind of just self-destructed herself, okay? The whole thing originally started because of some unnecessary beef she had with a random editor from Legal Eagle. So like, why is like a massive YouTuber who has millions of subscribers publicly beefing with some random editor? Like, maybe that would be fine, right? Like, that might be fine if she was in the right with her argument, but she very clearly was not. And it's just hard for me to imagine why she thought that she had rights over like an editing technique, that no one else could like take inspiration from it or make something even similar. And what makes it even crazier was the fact that it was an already extremely common technique in the genre of videos that she was making. So like, why did she think no one else could use it? I mean, clearly Legal Eagle had already been using that type of effect like apparently like 4 or 5 years like earlier. So I mean, I don't know, maybe she just never came across it, or like I just don't understand how she thinks she was entitled to like just owning that like type of effect. Like, no one could make anything similar. So I mean, yeah, she brought all the initial backlash on herself with her behavior and like randomly calling out that editor publicly for like no reason and way overreacting. So like the Memphis Grizzlies, she won the smoke and she got it, dude. But then she got even more than she asked for. And you know what, dude? Like, okay, look, we're all humans, so we all make mistakes, and we should each be given like a second chance. That's like completely fine. Like, Blair can mess up, right? She's a human just like all of us. However, she squandered her second chance by not really apologizing for the blatant plagiarism she got called out for, and instead trying to use her 42-minute apology like exposed video to like try to manipulate her fans into thinking that she was justified and like actually like properly cited this source, when that was not the case like at all. And look, like I said before, like, none of us are perfect and we all make mistakes. So I have like no idea why it was so hard for Blair to just own up to like plagiarizing in that video that she made a long time ago, especially when she literally just apologized for the whole situation of calling out that random editor. Like she was in the spirit of apologizing, dude. She was already like apologizing in that video. Just continue the trend, right? You don't need to like defend yourself from claims that are very clearly like legitimate. So yeah, I mean, it's almost like when you're a kid and you do something wrong, it's better for you if you tell your parents than if you don't or lie about it and then they find out the truth. Because you will get punished, yes, but the consequences will be far less severe for you, and it builds up like a sense of trust and accountability with your character. But if you don't tell them, stuff is just going to end up way worse for you. Punishment's going to be way harsher, and you breach your trust with like your parents, right? If you're a kid. So finally, if what her former editor was claiming is true, like it ends up being true, and it does appear like that at the moment, then Blair seems to be a very manipulative person who doesn't treat others well. Like, and I'm not saying that she's like an overall bad human being, but come on guys, like how many times do we gotta get some shocking news that some big time content creator gets exposed for being a jerk behind the scenes? Like it's almost like you can't be a successful YouTuber if you aren't an a-hole. Like, again, the best advice I can give, and I did this in like my Cyrus video, I think. The best advice I can give is just don't be like a mean or like bad person. Just be nice in front of and behind the camera, and that way there's like nothing to get exposed for, right? Like if you just live your life the right way, you don't gotta worry about getting into like this huge controversy or getting like exposed for something terrible. So yeah, just be like a good person if you're going to be in a position of influence. So after looking at both sides and evaluating all the evidence, I have ultimately come to the conclusion that Blair is in the wrong here, okay? And she has really paid the price for it. The amount of subs leaving her channel right now is actually insane. Like 10K a day subs is no joke, and this whole controversy is going to seriously impact not only her channel but her income as well. I don't think Iilluminaughtii will ever be looked at the same way again. She has gone through one of those irrecoverable controversies that people sometimes go through here online on the internet, and there is a moral to the story here. I want to get to this, alright? There's a moral to the story here. Think before you act, because Blair brought all of this upon herself with some unnecessary drama. So if you're going to call someone out on the internet, make sure that your reason is legit, and maybe keep your dirty laundry in mind in case anyone's going to try to bring that up. Oh, and also apologize if you're in the wrong, okay? We don't need another YouTube bad like apology video where they're either like fake tears or no real apology at all. Just say you're sorry and don't do it again. Or at least be prepared for the consequences if you don't do that. So yeah, anyways, that's pretty much all I got for this video. If you guys like this video, chances are you would thoroughly enjoy my other content, and I highly recommend subscribing and turning on notifications to stay informed on whenever I drop a new video. If you want to help me fulfill my dream of becoming a full-time content creator, then please spread this video around and put your friends on the quality content we got going on here at the channel. Trying to reach 10,000 subs by the end of the year. Regardless though, I appreciate you all. Don't forget to let me know what you thought in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you all on the next one. Have a great day.